What's up? This is Gordon Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Understand this. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said that, man, let's bring the fellas on, okay? I feel testosterone in the building. What's up, Joe?
What's up, dog? How you doing?
Chilling. Mo B. Let them hang, dog. Let them hang. Let them hang.
All right. What's happening, fellas? Y'all see all this craziness happening in my city?
Man, look, we're going to touch on
Man.
that.
I'm out the loop. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Matter of fact, let's talk now, man. In Nashville,
Yeah.
there was a shooting.
It's a lady.
They said it was a transgender.
Well, no, it was a female wanting to be male.
Oh Lord.
Oh, it was a female wanted to be male. Somebody
So-
said it wanted to be female.
Yeah. She's trans, but she hadn't transferred to the dude yet. So.
I say nothing.
She won't have that. It's a 28-year-old Nashville resident with two assault-style rifles.
Yeah.
And a pistol. Went to the Covenant School is called in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a private Christian school.
Yeah.
And killed 3 9-year-old students and 3 adults. Then the police killed the shooter.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's we back to this again, right?
Here we go. I mean,
Exactly.
I feel for the families of them kids and everything, bro, because I'm gonna tell you, I was coming back to the office, coming down 65 when the SWAT team passed by me. They ain't no joke. They was on it, you know.
Wow.
They got there and took care of it because it could have been a lot worse. From what I understand, she shot the door off to get into the school, and she got in the school and she started on the first floor. They got her before she got to the second floor.
That's wild.
You
know what I learned about this though? I had a talk with my guy about now, depending on how far the person was, in the transformation. Some of the people they be going through that, like that hormone therapy and all that stuff, and that throws you off whack too.
So I didn't know that made them not stable.
Yeah,
it does.
It does.
But on the same token, man, there's no excuse for that. I mean,
my words exactly.
I know you're not excusing it, like Coach Jeff. You're giving facts, all right?
All
which
right.
is understandable, okay? But at some point, you got to understand that you're walking into a school full of children. These are preschool,
innocent.
Yeah,
and they do nothing to you. So we'll never know the motive. I don't think. You know what I mean?
this is true.
Well, she's supposed to have left a little manifesto, so they're gonna find out something. What triggered it? Yeah, from what I understand, she's supposed to have went to that school, but she's too old to have went to that school. That school didn't start up in 2001.
Yeah,
Really?
28 years old. I mean,
Yeah,
28 years old.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she goes. The school
You're not
only
gonna be
goes up
enrolled
to middle school. That's it.
Wow.
You're not going to be enrolled now. It's over. Let it go.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it was something going on up here. It's always something going on up here, but that's just more icing on the cake.
I mean, my whole thing is with this whole thing about, these firearms and stuff. We have firearms, but we purchased them legally. She purchased hers legally, but things changed.
Yeah.
Something changed. Just like Jeff just said, something changed in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, shout out to Symphony Serene and Byron Patton. Symphony's got an artist who's going to be on with us Thursday, actually, man. So Pharaoh, you all, it's going to be a good show Thursday. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick, because we're doing relationships tonight, all right? And y'all know it get crazy sometime with us, all right?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get into it in a second.
Are we swinging tonight, though? It's all us. It's three of us. We're swinging tonight. It's testosterone.
Swinging.
Oh, man.
You know, when you get to a certain level. Man,
oh, no, man. Why y'all going to go there?
Man.
That's my boy. That's my boy, man. That really upset me right there.
Well, see, the thing is with this is Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Major actor in Hollywood now, okay, doing his thing.
Yeah.
I think 4 movies getting ready to come out too.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain level, man, you stay off the grid as far as stuff like this goes.
That's true.
And especially when you're climbing like he's climbing.
And he got some pretty good movies out there before his before he started climbing pretty good. So.
In acting, okay, but the problem is you put yourself out there now. So whether you're innocent or not, because if they say he's innocent, it'll be proven innocent, this and that.
Yeah,
associated with that certain situation now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's it, man. It's gonna be that stigma on his back all the time, and that's always something for somebody to think about in the back of their mind.
Yeah.
That can limit his options, his opportunity.
You see, the Army pulled out that commercial
quickly,
real quick,
very quickly. What's up, Marcella?
Hola,
Marcella.
James Bond says he needs to overstand who is around you, and that's the other thing too.
Exactly.
And Marcy and I were talking about this earlier. Okay, he knows who's around you.
Yeah,
who she was, okay? But you still chose to be around her and with her. You know who she was.
Does anybody know the particulars on what happened?
I don't care. You know, my thing is, I'm not castigating the man. Look, I love his acting. I hope everything goes well. Again, when you get to a certain level, get yourself for all of these people. When you change your lifestyle and everything else, change the people that are around. Examine them and change the people around you.
Yeah. And you know, you have to still be extra careful anyway, because it can be someone that you know, and everything was cool at one point, but now because there's a celebrity status and things, is like they might see an opportunity to frame you or to try to get money or something, or you might have been friends and you wanted to be more also, but then it's like, no, that's, we're just kicking it, we're just buddies or whatever. Well, maybe I might need to blackmail you. And I'm not for him and I'm not for her. I was not there, but there's so many different scenarios that could be. We don't know.
Could be. We don't know.
Right.
And it's everything is alleged, but even at the lower level of celebrity that I had, I should have told myself that a long time ago. Okay, because I got some mess. But fortunately for me, social media wasn't out like that then. Okay? If it was, y'all would have been great. Don't. It's just tragic that we have to. See stuff like happened in Nashville, and see this again for our own coming in as we're trying to raise up.
Yeah,
this brings us back down. You know, Ella says allegedly he choked her. It's choked though. Choked her, but she recanted her statement. But you know who you were with.
And there were a lot of witnesses. It says there were a lot of witnesses.
Exactly.
And then I also read that it looks like there's a possibility that she was the perp. Exactly. Not him. That she actually came out and you see, we watch and laugh at the movies where you see relationships of that nature. And I've known of people in domestic violence situations where, let me see, I can put it. The female was being abused. And so what he did to show how crazy he was, when he knew that neighbors were calling the police and all, he took a wire hanger and scratched himself up with the wire hanger. Wow. And when he got there, it's like, she was fighting me as well, and I was trying to protect myself. And so the police said, and this is a true story. The police said, well, because both of you were abusing each other, either I got to take both of you or neither one of you.
It's true.
And things of that nature, believe me, I've heard a lot of stories working, with women domestic violence.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this all of this mess just has to stop. I'm just so sick of hearing this stuff. But that's not Dope Living TV. We just wanted to share the news.
It's definitely not Dope Living.
There you go. Exactly.
I like to share a piece of information.
Okay.
What you got?
Happy birthday to our super sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's
Gina.
it. Happy birthday to Gina.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Gina. How old are you now? 82?
You know she gonna get you if she watching.
Okay.
I have to say 28,
leave
Gina.
Sis alone. Leave sis alone. You can't do that.
Love you, Gina. Hope you're having a great time doing all that nasty stuff you and Robert do.
They be making music.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know if I'm grown enough for all this. Okay,
You grown enough. We just can't witness it right now. That's all.
Or do we want to? Anyway, let's get into this Relationship Monday.
Yeah,
and thank you guys
Oh,
for
I'm outnumbered.
to us. All right, and once if it gets a little messed up, life coach gonna stop us. He'll
I'll try.
He gonna straighten us out. So.
Okay, we got Ella here with me. Okay, Ella, come on, Ella. We're the only women here right now.
Today, if somebody wants to come on and co-host with us, come on, get on here.
Come on, Ella.
Okay, all right, yeah.
What's up, Chandra Wembley on the show? Happy birthday, Gina. Ella says happy birthday, Gina.
Ella, you want to come on?
Gina's getting her birthday licks in.
Oh, Lord. Byron.
Leave it to Byron. I ain't seen you in a minute, Byron. I know you. Glad to see you in the comments, sir.
Lord help us. Oh, Lord Byron is here. Help us.
Hey,
call him Lord Byron.
Byron is ready.
Oh, okay. She's at work.
Byron, stay locked and loaded.
Ella says no. She's at work.
Okay.
Ella, you ain't got Tommy. You ain't got no job.
Now she's at work, but she's in the comment section.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm telling.
She's watching. She's watching.
Yeah.
That's good. Appreciate
cool.
you. All right, let's get started.
Okay.
So, you're in a loving relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Relationship good. You love her. You love him. Damn it, you love each other.
Damn it.
Go ahead, sir. Bust it out. Go ahead, bro. Bust it out.
So, if your man or your woman want to have a sexual fantasy night, a sexual fantasy, don't care what it is, would you be down?
I have limits.
Thank you.
I have limits.
Coach just spoke for me too.
Me too.
There's some things there's some things that will not be done.
That's right.
There's some things that I won't be doing or partaking in.
Okay, men, we understand. Ain't nothing going up the shooter. All right,
there we go.
But outside of that, okay, and ladies, okay, same thing. I'll give the ladies that too. Outside of that,
Thank you.
outside of that,
Good Lord. And I'm tensing up now.
Okay.
Tense.
hey, she crunching up her butt cheeks now, man.
She like, no.
No.
Hey, no, seriously.
Pump your brakes.
Nada.
Say, okay, for us men. Come on, y'all know everybody has fantasized about having a third in the bedroom with them.
No.
Not in a relationship.
I don't share.
Men, we fantasize. Would you do
It's
that?
called a relationship.
No, not in a relationship.
Nah.
Even when I was out in my debauchery,
Yeah.
I was the one that was added into the deal. I wasn't the one saying, "Hey, come on."
Yeah.
Hey, you added in.
I was added in. I was the third.
Your debauchery. Okay.
Yeah, I was in
a relationship. I was on a relation plane. Okay, because
Answer the question, Greg. Greg, you just throw that out there and throw that meat out there to us, but you ain't answered it.
Because I'm the moderator. Anyway,
no, answer that.
Yeah,
I have behind the mic on us.
I would allow it. If she
you would allow it if she wanted to threesome with
wait,
a man?
She want okay, that's what I was going to ask. That's what I was gonna ask, because remember you said the fantasy, it don't matter what it was.
I did say that.
Mhm.
And you guys know they have that show, Seeking Sister Wives. It's
Yeah.
now one seeking brother husbands.
Yeah,
There's a new one coming out. That's crazy.
Byron says he did all his fantasies prior to marriage, and hopefully she did too. The only fantasy that I didn't fulfill is identical twins.
She gonna tell you to take a picture, Byron, and say that's my twin right there.
Dude.
But he said before marriage, if I'm married, you know, that can be a little fun, you know, depending on what it is. Now there are limits. But being married, you know, if he comes to me and say I got a fantasy with different little things, it, you know, within limits.
Yeah, we went straight to the extreme.
That can be fun.
Yeah.
That can be fun. That
Some
can
stuff
be.
is.
I've gone to those houses way up north Chicago. I've gone. I ain't gonna lie, I've gone. I've done
Had a funky good time in that mug, huh?
I've done the three things. It you know, honestly, and you know, I joke a lot about that, but it didn't the three thing didn't turn me on. So, you know, if I can't make a fantasy with the person that I'm with, then I don't need no extra stuff. You know
There
what
you
I
go.
mean?
Exactly.
So, you know, that's the answer. We can move on off of that. You love your woman, you love your man. I'm gonna preface that with a couple of the questions. You love her. That's man. Oh, you love him. You can't wait to wake up to see him. God, please let me wake up so I can see my woman.
That's a little extreme right there, but go
I'm just
ahead.
saying, you love them like that, all right? But if they put their hands on you,
oh no,
even if it's the first time and they promised you, I will never ever do it again. I'm sorry. They begging, they pleading. Would you stay there?
No, absolutely not for me.
But you
that's
love
a deal breaker.
I know people.
That's okay. I can love you from a distance, but that is not. I know a young lady who was raised that if your man don't hit you and beat you, he doesn't love you. That's crazy as all out.
That is real crazy.
I don't believe
do
in
not
that.
put your hands on me. Do not hit me, or you know, or manhandle me, and you know. And now, intimate, we you know, that's a little manhandle. We can do that, but as far as trying to fight me, no.
Out of anger, exactly. Anything
I'm going
out
to
of
prison.
anger.
I'm going to prison. I'm going to die going down, trying to beat the crap out of you. Straight up.
Coach James Bond says the first time is one of many.
See,
that's right.
That's true. That's how I go, man. You know.
But like, Coach, put something else on that, man. I mean, you know, bring some clarity to this.
Hey, look here. I'm gonna say it like this. I've known people who have been in relationships where toxicity was recognized on both ends and things have done, and they both changed for the better. You know, I've known people who have gone through I've known people who have been the abusers and have seen the error in their way and changed and stayed with the same person. You know, it's to me, it's like a big level of you wanting to be with that person, but you really have to believe them when they say they're gonna change, and the person has to want to change. Now, if you see it happen repeatedly, it's time to go. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's time to go. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that if somebody beat the shit out of you, you stay with them. That ain't what I'm saying. Right. I'm saying that if something does happen and it's something kind of light, I ain't saying if you got a black eye, go ahead and walk out. You know what I mean? Nobody should be giving nobody no black eye. But I'm saying if somebody like grab your hand or something, you know what I mean?
Then I'm bruised.
Well, hold on. We didn't say you was bruised because I'm pretty sure it's people out there who know how to grab hands who won't bruise.
Do you see me?
But I'm not saying I can only speak to the people that have been in my life, what I've seen, and to who I've talked to. And yes, sir, it is rare. It is rare. But it's just crazy because I've happened to be around that rarity, so that way I can speak to it. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm well rounded. I've been all sides of the spectrum, but I'm never a big advocate, never an advocate for nobody hitting each other, nobody leaving bruises, nobody doing that. If you got to do all that, just walk away.
Yeah.
You know what?
What if
you know, and you mentioned that you didn't use the word restraint, though. Okay, I'm not going to let a woman just sit up in here just hit me.
Exactly.
I'm going
that's where I was going to go.
Those wrists. I've done this before. I'm not going to lie. I've never hit a woman in my life. Never hit a woman in my life. I've restrained so that I can get out. so that I can leave.
You know what? That's a little different.
I've done that.
If you have to grab someone, like that,
You stop
because
them
a
from.
lot of the women are just as crazy as some of these men now, and they will fight you. Some of them think that's fun fighting and get them to come at, but then they get mad when he gets too rough, as they say. But just like women, men don't want to be hit either, especially if you're smacking them in their face and all that.
Mm-hmm. Here he come. Here he go. Comments lighting up.
Byron.
Maybe
Anywho, I did say,
like it, Daddy.
if I'm married, that's different than trying to be violent and hurt me. But that's why I said, in a marriage, for me, it has to be a marriage. That's playing, and that's not, trying to harm, or that's part of the intimate moments.
Ella says, keeping it real, we were all in a toxic relationship at one time, but you learn from that. So when I grow up, I wasn't in a relationship with the person. That person just wanted to come at me because, again, y'all know me. You guys know me. You ask me, do I look good in these jeans? Do I look fat in these jeans? If you look fat in the jeans, I'm gonna say yeah. I mean,
you're gonna take the truth.
You're gonna get the truth.
You asked the question.
Well,
so somebody asked me that question.
I do a buffer before that. I say, do you really want to know?
I did say that.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that too. Oh,
they doing all of this and doing all of that, and I'm like,
they didn't have to do that. It was all over everywhere anyway.
I even said, you cute as hell, but yeah, you do look a little fat in them jeans. And I got called all kind of names, and it just came at me, and I'm like, hold on, I got to leave. Okay, so I did that, and I rolled out, but. You look fat in the jeans. You look fat in the jeans. It's okay, but don't ask me the question because I'm going to tell you the truth. I lived a long time, and I think now it's time for all truth. Don't ask me the question. I won't give you the answer. If you say,
sound like Steve Harvey.
I mean, I don't know what.
You get old, you can cuss, you can tell what's on your mind, and think you can get away with it.
Don't you think we get to that point though?
I don't know. I'm not that old yet.
Next question. God dog. Oh my God. This woman here. Jesus, help her.
Gotta love me. Gotta love me.
Would you compromise your happiness for the success of a relationship?
No.
No.
No. I say that loud and I say that proud because I've been there. I've did it before. And I was not walking in my purpose. I was not complete. I wasn't doing none of the stuff I was doing now. So there's a way we can work it. Everybody can be happy. Right. You don't just be hating on me because I found my happiness and you ain't got yours.
Facts. Dude, how many of us have been in relationships? And I know you just have, and you're trying to build something. You're trying to grow. You're trying to make it happen. And this other person is not letting you do this. They're steadily bringing you down. You have to, like I've said this plenty of times.
Oh
right?
yeah,
I love what I do. I love what I do. Right? I know Jeff loves what he does, especially now. Okay, because it's manifested. But he has a great partner as well. Okay, but when I was growing this business, I didn't have that. So that's why I really started. Look, I got married when I was in my 20s. Then I got married again when I was in my 40s. Okay, it took me that long to find somebody who understood. I thought. Okay,
well, it'll be 27 years this Wednesday for me and Marianne.
Okay. I was in a 3-year relationship, and it's like.
Oh, she's going to say she's in a threesome. Go ahead.
No, and I don't share. And I already told you that I don't knowingly share.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no.
When I say knowingly share, I mean like you know, if you're in a relationship and someone is messing around with somebody else and you just don't know it. But if I'm in a relationship, for me, it's got to be just the two of us. But if I find out there's somebody else, where I've been sharing, I didn't know that they were with someone else. That's what I mean.
We had to clarify for Byron because he's coming.
Yeah, he is.
But
did you see it?
I was okay. We were working, to get to know each other better and better. And they kept saying, okay, well, I'm not happy. I said, okay, so what are some things that make you happy? Let's do this, always, trying to do things. And they were like, well, I'm just not happy. Well, I'm not, you know. And finally, I'm like, when I was asked what would make you happy, well, I don't know. And there was nothing Christian about me, what came out of my mouth. But my thing is, you don't know what makes you happy, but you're expecting me to figure out what will make you happy. And when I broke it off, I was just straight blunt. It's done. Peace. Well, I don't understand. It's done. Peace. I'm out. And I said at least 3 times. And then they wanted to have an attitude. Well, what's wrong? I said, you ain't happy. And neither am I. I wasn't happy for a while. I'm just trying to see if it's going to work out, you know, nice guy other than that. But no. And I was done. So I have to, you know, I need to be happy.
She getting mad. Get a little woo. We get a little
because if you knew some more part of that story,
she ain't had to tell it.
I'll beat somebody up. But
so we was gonna have to hunt him up. Is that what you're saying?
No, I was getting ready to.
Oh, okay.
I'm good. I can handle myself.
So let me ask you this. This is a really straightforward and simple question.
Oh, you asking me?
I'm asking everybody.
Oh, everybody. Okay.
Moving on. I'm trying to get as many questions in as I can.
Okay. Nope, don't ask that one. Nope, whatever. Nope, you got that look.
I'm ready.
And I want you guys' honest answer for this. What is the worst? What is the worst response to "I love you"?
Oh, we got quiet.
Back at you.
No, the worst.
Yeah, I know,
that's
right?
the worst.
Let me see.
Back at you.
Oh, you know what? When somebody told me, I appreciate you.
Wait a minute, what was the question? If they said they love you and you said
they
I
said
appreciate
they love
you.
me, and they was like,
back
I appreciate you. And I was like, appreciate it.
Did you feel like you was like, yes, sir, master?
I was taken aback. I didn't know what to think about you.
I
don't I appreciate you, but I love you.
Ella just took mine, okay? Because I said this. The worst response is thank you.
Oh, I didn't. Ooh,
I said that, man, and I got domestically hit. Right?
Oh,
like you don't love me too? You want me to say you're welcome?
Why do people expect the other person to tell you that they love you? Especially if it's a new relationship. You don't always.
That's usually a test of waters, Marcy. That's usually a test.
Well, usually when people say I love you, they think that the other person feels the same way.
Gonna reciprocate, right?
So they believe already it's gonna get reciprocated back to them. So then when it don't, that's why when somebody say thank you or I appreciate you or right back at you, we be like, what?
Or wait, I got one for you. I got one for you.
Go ahead.
I love you, but I'm not in love with you.
Oh Lord. But you know what? That right there is true. But you know what? I was told that a couple of times. I'm like, oh, okay. And that was my response. They're like, what you mean? Just okay.
That's crazy. Here's one.
I'm not gonna say it back if I don't.
But don't you?
I love you, Greg. Yeah, me too.
I can see you saying that as well. I can. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's a good one. That's funny.
But think about it, he probably started laughing too, just like he just did.
Yes.
You put the laugh behind it too.
I was bad back in the day, dude.
Awesome. I love me too.
hey, Jeff, you saw me at Karma, man. You know me. I go in. All right.
I saw the man in action.
I go in. I just go, and you tell me no, it's cool, but I don't think you're gonna tell me no. You know what I mean?
No.
But I'm very confident with my game. All right. Whew, boy.
Next, moving on.
I'm thinking, and I'm saying, I was wrong. Once someone tells you that they love you, they are really feeling you. They're really feeling it, and they're thinking that the situation is such where
they're gonna reciprocate.
It should be reciprocated, right?
Right. Yep. See, that's usually back in the day when we was younger. That used to be one of those deals where some you're being tested. A female tell you, "Hey, I love you." They opening that up to response. or talking or something, if you don't say nothing, if you say one of these goofy, responses that we gave tonight, a relationship probably go end that night.
That's
You know?
crazy though, man. That's
And looking for a conversation.
I'm sitting here thinking about the people that I told it to too. Good women. I was talking to never mind.
Bella Bonita.
Look at Mo throw out them names.
That's right.
Anyway,
go ahead, throw that picture up there, Greg.
Marcy, men, women, both of you guys, everybody. How many of you can say that you love the other person for who they were and not just for what they had?
Come on with that again, bro.
Oh yeah, I can say that.
Can you say? I'll rephrase it. Can you say that you honestly loved your mate for who they were at the time that you met them, for who they were, not just what they had?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yep. Honestly.
Yeah.
And you know, I believe y'all too. I do.
And you know, I've had a couple of guys come and tell me, try to tell me what they had. And my response for that is, well, who are you without that?
Right.
I can care less about that. Yeah, money helps you do more things, and but the thing is, if they lose the money, if they have it today and then they lose it tomorrow, who am I going to be left dealing with? And that's for me is
true.
Your character, your integrity, and all of that. Because I know one lady who dealt with a guy very wealthy.
Yeah, Brenda says hers.
Whooped her butt.
That's good though.
All the time.
That shows, Brenda, you love that man for who he was. You was willing to accept him for all he had or didn't have.
Shout out to
Brenda. Marcia, you hit on a point, and my whole thing is I didn't have nothing with me and Marianne. Me and Marianne both didn't. I mean, we was.
But you built it together.
Nothing, but we built it together. So it was an honest thing. We built everything together that we have right now. And if she didn't have nothing, didn't matter. What mattered is how she felt about me and how I felt about her. That's what mattered.
Like
go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Read the comment.
He said he can
finance the search. But it can finance the search.
I love him. It's hilarious.
I bet you don't talk half of that crap to his wife. I bet you.
Probably not.
Byron, he does.
He does. Oh,
because you got to remember, they got to accept Byron for who he is.
It is.
Yeah.
Byron has always been 100, man. As bad as it sounds, he's always been 100. So
okay,
I can vouch for that. Let's move on, man.
Next,
what do you think is more important in a relationship? No, let's just change. I don't want to do that.
I was gonna say, yeah, you know that one already.
Why not?
Do you think people can change if they love somebody?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I believe that.
But is that change going to stay?
I got cousins. I got cousins that was thugged out big time till they met that one woman. Boom, you wouldn't even not recognize them. Going to church, done had kids, done raised them up, done went to freaking college, kids in college and everything, graduated.
Hey Darian, and also, a lot of times when they change, when they're with a good person and they change, 9 times out of 10, they like that change.
Yeah.
When it's a change, like Mo just said, when it's a change for the better, because it might be like something that was in their background, the reason why they were that way in the day, and they, maybe they were raised in a dysfunctional family, and this woman or this man taught them better, taught them a different way of life, of how to present yourself.
But
and
you can take the dog out the hood. You can't take the hood out the dog, okay?
I mean, you can still have a little hood in there, but still, you're more respectable, and
responsible.
And responsible.
If someone says, I'm doing this, but I'm going to change for this person.
No, I wouldn't like say that.
And this person does not give them I'll say the reason to change. I got a problem with that, okay? Because what if you're doing that? Like I said at the beginning, what are you doing if you're doing that just to get this person. You've changed yourself just to get this person, and now you're comfortable. You get back comfortable, and you go back to your old ways. You know,
That's
let me say something.
That's different. Go ahead.
Let me say this. The whole thing is when people usually change with somebody, the key is to know who you are already. Because then when you have to adapt to a person, it's not like, for instance, Megan can say to me, well, Jeff, I didn't like the way that you said something. It could be the tone. So what does it do? I already know who I am as a person. So maybe if I know that I happen to speak aggressively about something, I could choose to approach it in a different way. You know what I mean? You could choose to handle a situation at a lighter or stronger tone, depending on what the person is asking for. You know, so a lot of that change within a relationship depends on who you are as a person. If you coming in, like we talked about before, if you coming in and that person is accepting you for who you are, you know, 9 times out of 10, they already know what they go get.
Right.
So it's something that now a person has to learn to be adaptable with. And then it's like, well, all right, babe, well, you know, I know that's you, but pertaining to me, you mind if you just tweak that a little bit? And to me, those are the easier changes to go ahead and handle. If somebody telling you to change like your whole personality, everything like that, that's different. You trying to be a little controlling in a sense. And what's the point of you trying to be with that person? You know?
Yeah.
And you know,
a lot of that, true, Jeff. But when I said he made changes, he did that himself.
And he still did it himself. Yeah, you still gonna do it yourself.
He did it himself, you know, and he felt good about changing. He wanted to be that man, you know, that man that that woman wanted. He wanted to be that man, and he wanted to take care of his kids. He wanted to take care of her. He wanted to be in the same churches and things with her. He wanted to be a part of her, and vice versa. She wanted to be a part of him, and she seen the same light that he seen. So I mean, they were both equally yoked. They weren't. It wasn't like he was just going out there and just, you know, throwing his coat down over water and just doing so much stuff. It was they both saw that change, and it just soared
and
together.
It was a transition.
It was a transition together.
And like what Jeff just said, it's also the way you approach it, approach the person. How he said, you know, like if Megan say like, okay, hey, that's, you know, to me, I don't really care for that way that you approach me. And she threw it back in his court. So then it was up to him, like, okay, you know, maybe, that was a little aggressive. And like how he said, let me figure out another way I can say what I need to say without being so aggressive. Yeah. So it's the way, that's communication, learning how to approach, learning how to kind of maybe do some things in a, you know, in a different manner, because I can be very aggressive in my tone and very blunt. And I, you know, even lately I've been trying to tone back a little bit because I'm, you know, not trying to hurt a person, but I'll just like, you know, so, and this is not in a relationship. This is just period, you know, so, but again, it's how you approach, how you approached, how someone says something to you, you know, in the manner that of what you're doing, but not just, I want to just be with Joe Blow, so I need to change myself totally just to be with that person.
I want to give Life Coach Jeff a 2-minute thought.
Okay.
I gotta do something real quick. Okay, so Life Coach Jeff.
Okay.
Let's get a 2-minute thought, bro.
You want a 2-minute thought?
If
so you gonna redirect, regroup, refocus right now?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, y'all. I didn't want the camera on me, but he did it like this. But real quick, I was sitting at home today and I was pondering something to myself, and I was saying, like, you know what? Whenever we embark on different goals and different things in our life for the journey, right? We always worry about the experience. But what do you do when it seems like you get a little overwhelmed? You know what I mean? A lot of times what we tend to do is we tend to be so immersed in our work and immersed in our goals and trying, because we see the end. You know what I mean? You know how you clearly and definitively and directly see the end of where you're trying to go. And you know it's within reach. But a lot of times we get so immersed in it, we forget to think about the experience. So I want to tell everybody, while you're on your goal and while you're trying to complete your different things that involve getting to the next level, enjoy the journey. Take a quick moment to breathe in some of that great air. You know what I mean? and look at all the blessings that are around you, because a big portion of the problem is that we have tunnel vision. We got tunnel vision when it comes to certain things we want to get done. Just look at the big picture, know that you're blessed, and everything is going to be all right. That's all it takes. I don't know if he did to lock me out to the end. I can't move the camera out. So y'all probably going to be stuck with my face for a brief moment. That was the end of my thought. It wasn't 2 minutes, but that's what we got, people. You know.
So can you hear us, Jeff?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Okay, so question.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Mo B.
Yeah.
Is dating in your 20s, 30s, and 40s different than dating when you are 50 and over?
Yes,
and what are some of the differences?
I think the maturity level is the biggest difference. I mean, if you're a person that's growing, I think the maturity level is the big difference. I mean, when I was in my 20s, I was bucking out, you know, and I was married, so we were still going out and partying and stuff, which I think that was part of the reason. I was a DJ and, you know, was out there. In my 30s, I was divorced, and I was still out there partying a little bit when I met Mary Ann. But once I met Mary Ann, that was it.
So you don't party? You don't party no more?
Nah.
You don't go out with friends and this and that?
I chill, man.
Okay.
I chill, especially if they're single. We used to have people that come over. You know, we sit down and talk, and you know, I'm gonna pick you now.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you get older and more mature. I mean, and the relationship seems to be better off without all that partying and stuff. So,
you know what I realized?
Forgot to mention that, even though I did mention, I don't know if you guys did either, and I apologize for the delay. Life Coach Jeff, we got our own life coach, okay? Mondays, got his own podcast. Y'all need to check it out, okay? Doing some great things, okay? And
getting better, people.
Changing the narrative with Armand Bass. Y'all need to just check them out. Hang out. Dope Living. Y'all got to subscribe to the Dope Living way of life, right? I mean, it's peaceful, guys. You see the happiness and the peace we have here, man, is real. Trust me. Do we get mad at each other? Do we? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the peace that we have within ourselves is ridiculous. Y'all don't even know, okay? We happy for no reason. Right? Just happy.
Yeah, it is for a reason, because of life. We're happy.
Yeah.
Those are good reasons.
Because of dope living.
Darian says, yes, looking for common interest, peace, and stability when we're older.
Yes.
No more drama. We still go out and we like parties. Drop the drama, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True. Yeah.
Let me get a couple of more questions in here real quick. What characteristics do you find least attractive in another person, other than the usual actions such as disrespect, lying, and all that? What do you find least attractive in another person? Characteristics.
Narcissism.
Narcissist. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
a narcissist is a freaking turn off.
I don't like a woman that burps all the time.
Says the women drinking beer.
Yeah, a drunk. Yeah, I'm with you, Ella. A drunk, somebody who can't hold their liquor at all going out. Jesus.
Oh, I don't deal with that at all.
The most embarrassing stuff in the world.
I don't like a flirty woman who, if I'm with you, you flirting. I don't like that.
Yes, I don't like that either.
Fill that out. You got me. Now, I'm a hypocrite because I flirt.
I was just gonna say, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to see. I'm doing better. I was trying to figure out how not to bluntly come out like Negro, please.
If I'm with somebody, I do not flirt.
You took my word, Marcy. Negro, please.
If I'm by myself, look. Jeff, better tell him I'm a flirt. I'm a do it.
Hey, he moving.
He will. He does. He will.
I'm just glad there's somebody there to divert that energy if it come to me.
Oh, see, yeah, I understand that.
Man, I saved him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, there is no involved with the children. Big turn off for me. Absolutely.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, yeah,
I saved him and Robert that Saturday. Okay, because it was two ladies there.
He did.
Oh, I had to save Ron. You remember that day, Jeff? We were at the TV show taping.
Oh yeah.
And it's like this one person, and she kept looking at me, and I'm like, look, I'm getting to throw down because look. He with my sister, like, no, can't do that. Exactly. And he was oblivious to it.
Darian said,
yeah.
Darian, she's not gone from the show. She's
just saying here. She probably just talking about
Okay,
today.
Darian. She's partaking in some extracurricular activities
These big words, Jeff.
with her
All of them.
man.
Birthday
All
week.
the big words.
This is birthday
All of
week,
them.
Darian.
She's pontificating
It's pontificating.
I can't wait till she get back. She's gonna get all three of you.
the bootylicious attitudes of the red bottomless.
See, Darian. Darian.
No, you
See,
wear
Darian,
the red.
I was trying to keep
you wear
this
those
PG,
red
Darian.
bottoms. You wear
I was
those.
trying, Darian.
Ooh, man.
She
like it, Daddy.
I know, Darian, I could sum it up real if I had the music, but she called Robert earlier and she told him she's gonna leave the door open. All right, that's what's gonna happen tonight.
I'll leave the door. Oh.
She's been in Chicago. She probably still in Chicago. All right? Shout out to Gina. Happy birthday. Shout out
Happy birthday, sis.
Don't mess up my wedding.
Don't get pregnant neither.
None of y'all. Darian says, I have clients who haven't spoken to their children in years. That's crazy, though.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I just don't understand how people can remove themselves from their children. I just can't see it. I don't get it.
Remove themselves from the job of what?
From the children, from their kids. I just don't.
So just a lifetime.
She says it's and you all know it's no secret, man. I love my son to life, I should say. I was looking at some of those old pictures, and I'm like, I'm probably never going to be that happy again. You know what I mean? Raising him, you know, like that level of happiness. I should say.
Okay.
Man, Darian said, Jeff, we were going high when they were going low.
I know, right?
Darian, I was just telling the truth. But if this is Dope Living TV After Dark, I tell you exactly what she's doing.
This is not it.
14 more minutes.
Yeah.
Right now she quarantined. Okay.
Yeah.
She's in a cornucopia of leather and lace. She's
man.
Darian, it's her birthday today, and she's taking the week to celebrate her birthday with her family.
And the champagne is out.
That was very Christian of you.
Thank you.
Yes, I agree with the Christian moment right
very
now.
Christian of you.
Redirect, regroup, refocus.
I am trying to.
And I'm trying not to say the F word. But anyway.
Leave that mindset.
From the mind of Greg Gray.
With the ing on the end of it, you know, you put
Oh Lord.
Next question.
Why do people think that that's a gift? Okay.
You know what? That's a good question. Marcella, can you answer that question for us?
Wait, what's the question? Wait.
Giving it up on the birthday.
Yeah, Marcella, it's all on you.
Oh.
What's the question again?
Huh?
What is the question again?
People think that's a gift.
Sex.
Now, if you say
on your birthday,
if you say what's a gift, I'm gonna say the word.
I'm not gonna say that. Because it is. When a woman gives of herself, she's given a part of her. That's a part of her.
Wait a minute.
No. It is a gift.
No,
it is a gift.
Wait a minute. Look what Darian says. No, too late. Most women ain't thinking about stuff.
They thinking about.
Oh man,
ring on it.
No, she meant dinner. Okay.
Dinner. Oh. I love the ring on it.
I was thinking about fingering gifts too. Says,
Darian, that goes too many ways. Darian, you set yourself up for that one, Darian.
Byron says Gina's having a Christian birthday celebration by receiving good works from thy rod and thy.
He never lets us down, do he?
Oh man. This dude.
Not finger, but dinner. I got you, Darian. I can't, Darian's the kind of person I could never. I couldn't disrespect Darian. Darian is such a classy woman. Been knowing her for a long time. Okay, she's classy. But I had to have fun with you on that one because you did put fingering gifts.
Lord have mercy.
Okay,
anyway.
let's move on. Where are we at? 7:49. These are just too sappy. for those who married or in a committed relationship, which is all of y'all, not me, what has your partner done recently that let you know that they really loved you and appreciated you?
That's those two. I'm not in a relationship.
You know what she did? All she did was just simply tell me I was doing a good job.
See, Joe, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's all it takes.
She just told me I was doing a good job. We was having a good conversation, and she just stopped in the middle of it and said, "Jeff, babe, I'm just proud of you. I see you doing a lot of stuff, and keep doing what you're doing." That meant a lot to me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. No, I agree with that totally, man. I mean, sometimes I don't care where you are in life or what you're doing. Okay, it just takes some words. It doesn't take. You don't got to go in your pocket. You ain't got to do none of this. That's why I say
that they appreciate you.
You know, Valentine's Day and all that stuff is great. Okay, but again, what's wrong with the other 360 whatever?
364 days. Anyway. Well, I mean, Marianne does stuff like this. You know, like today, be a perfect example. I was at work. I wasn't. You know, I was in my regular rush, and she just called me up. And she right before she went to work and just said, "Baby, I love you."
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it takes.
It's the simple things.
Yeah. Yep, simple
Those
stuff.
are real women who know who they are. Number one, like Coach Jeff said, because if you don't know who you are, none of that shit's happening.
Yeah,
those are real women who know who they are and who know who they have. Period. All right, Byron, of course, he says she kept breathing.
Oh,
dang, Byron! I was wondering the video don't come on. Pow, pow, pow. Your wife hitting you on the head with something.
But Marcy, if you were in a relationship, can you answer that question?
Okay. Though what both of them, the two of them have said, those are some things that I've done. And just doing something light, letting you know that they appreciate you for who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And things of that nature. I came home one day and dinner was ready, and I love to cook, but they knew I had worked overtime. I was tired, and I was like still thinking on the way home from work, what am I going to cook for dinner? I don't like a lot of fast food. I like to cook from scratch. I'm old school, and but when I got there,
it was
like, babe, I know you're tired. You worked a double. Hey, here it is. And I was like, okay.
Say food was smoking, huh?
Oh yeah, he can cook as good as I could. I just like to cook, so I always cooked.
Mm-hmm.
But just something simple like that.
Let's get one more in.
Mm-hmm.
If you're having an argument, do you guys really think you ever resolve it, or do they lock it up? Use it when the next argument comes.
Oh, I hate that.
No.
If we're gonna argue, we're gonna get it out. Let's get it out and resolve it. But don't and if you say, okay, we're good now, I don't want to hear it later on.
What happens if they do bring it up later?
If they do, I would ask, well, what's still going on with you that you can't let it go? And 9 times out of 10, that probably ain't got nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. That's probably got something to do with that you was holding on before. You probably been hurt or something like that before, or you just really don't believe the words that I'm trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You still got to have a level of trust, or you got to be over your past,
Or you just trying to find something because you're mad about something. So let me think.
That too.
He or she doing everything that you're supposed to do. But okay, let me go on back here and pick something from way back in 1902 and just throw this out here because I want to be mad.
Darian says she the queen of bringing it up later. See?
Oh, Darian.
See?
So I don't know. We just agreed a long time ago in our relationship that if it's done and over with, it's done and over with. I mean, it is what it is. Whether I was right or she was right or wrong,
Mm-hmm. And I'm quick to say, okay, the conversation is over.
Yeah, and we have to actually say, okay, that's it. You have to actually verbally say, that's it. We're not going to discuss it anymore. And that's exactly what happened.
And Darian says she forgives but doesn't forget. Okay, but understanding forgiving is great. Okay, but if you bring up something, or say you argued about something 5 weeks ago, and you forgave them for that. Mm-hmm. You still gonna, and I'm asking Darren, you still gonna bring it up when another argument comes?
Or is it that you talked, you resolved that issue? Okay, that's something that I know that bothers you. I'm not gonna do it again. But then here we are right back to
Again.
the table with the same thing.
Yep.
That's different.
Well, you got to be honest. You have to be honest. You got to be honest.
Because that now
But-
bringing that back
But
at that point, I can kind of see that like, hey, we've already discussed this because last week or 2 weeks ago, this happened, blah blah blah. Now bringing up something up like that, I can kind of see that. If you thought it was resolved, but the person is still doing the same BS, but not just you talking about you mad because the bacon was burned.
I'm not gonna say it's perfect. It could be an outside element that comes back to bring that argument back up, just like you said. You could have kids, grown ass kids with kids, that had something going on, and y'all got into a little something about it. It wasn't between you and your wife, but it was something that one of the kids done, and one said yes, the other one said no, and y'all going at it, and then it comes back 2 weeks later, about the same thing, although you put it down. So I mean, that's a different kind of thing. That's a family thing. Yeah. That's when you got to learn to pump the brakes on grown ass people that are not taking care of their business.
And then it seems like every time we do these relationship shows, time flies. It's
so cool.
Golly.
We don't ever have enough in that hour.
We got to get out of here, though. Okay, Marcel, last words.
Okay. If you're in a relationship, you truly want to be in that relationship, try to be mindful of the other person, their feelings, their needs, their wants, and that needs to work both ways. And keep other people, as we say it all the time, keep other people out of your relationship. Don't go telling everybody your business.
That's right.
Talk to your partner. If you can't talk to your partner at that point, woosah, come back, let them know, she know, hey, I need to talk to you about this, but I'm too upset right now. I don't want to say something that I may regret out of anger. Right. So talk to each other, keep other people out of your relationship.
I hadn't said this one time, I said a million times, communication is king, the key, it. If you don't have communication, you're going to have some problems. I'm talking about good communication. I'm not talking about it's a one-way deal where somebody cuts somebody out and they just shut up because they don't want to argue. I'm talking about communication that's two ways. So that's my 5 cents.
Absolutely. Like Coach.
Take some time to study your partner. Take some time to really learn, like truly learn. Just don't sugarcoat nothing. Actually see how your partner actually moves, what drives them. What I really got out of this episode today was just kind of learning how to manage those things that we look at as big or small. We got to be able to separate and to divide and know which category they go into. So learn your partner, learn your spouse, and don't stop doing it.
Yeah. And see, in relation to what you just said, as learning your spouse or your significant other, you be the same person that you came into that relationship with. If a man expects a woman to be an angel in his life, he got to first create heaven for her. You know what I mean? Because angels don't live in hell. So if I'm just saying,
that's true.
If you be consistent. You know what I'm saying? You came in the relationship this way. Continue that. All right. Let it manifest itself.
Yeah.
May I say something really quick regarding what Mo B said? Sure.
Just real quick, Mo B, when you said about communication, you have to, and we say this also all the time, you have to listen. When how does that? It takes listening as well. Listening to understand versus listening just to respond in your communication, because you can communicate and you're like one person saying this, the other person saying this, and they're just waiting to communicate back. what they, you know, without really listening to what that person is saying. So listen to understand versus listening just to respond back because you're in an argument and I just got to get my point across and I just got to get, you know, get you back and pity pat and, you know, just being
Yeah.
petty. So, yeah.
Are you hearing what I'm saying?
We got
Right, and understanding it.
And again, everybody, these are our opinions. Listen to us, don't listen to us, do your thing, okay? Your relationship is your relationship, okay? But just make it right, all right? Hey, man, I got a word for you guys that I don't even understand why this letter is in it. I'll probably give you one every day. Doubt. Why's the B in there?
You have a lot of words with silent letters in there.
Because the English language is
It's not
stupid.
a knife. It's not a knife.
I'm gonna write a whole with them fucked up words. I'm gonna write a whole paragraph with all of life, doubt. You know, there's other ones too, but we're gonna find them. We're gonna find those words.
Why ain't graph spelled with an F?
Graph. Why? Come on.
Often, and everybody says often, and the T is silent. I hate that. Sword.
Are you sure?
Sword. I'm positive. Sword. The W is silent, and they say sword.
Dang, Marcia, you ready to go through all of it? Come on, Marcia.
Because that's one of my pet peeves.
Board and board. Board and board.
There are a lot of words with silent letters in it.
I was thinking about this today because somebody said
salmon.
Actually, a young kid was like reading to his brother, something like that. He thought he was going good too, and he said, "I doubt it."
I doubt.
I'm like,
is he really wrong? No.
Hey,
he was trying to read to his little brother, man.
He was trying to sound out his words. That was called phonics.
I wanted to hit him in the back
in the day. That's what
he
they
had
call.
in the back of his head. I wanted to hit him in the back of his head and say, "Man, you don't do that." I just let it go.
He was sounding out his words, though.
Yeah, that's where we learned how to read.
Hey, man, there's a lot of good things when we come down with the Dope Living TV Live. Okay, we get ready to do some live shows too. Okay, we'll talk about it on the day. But right now, we got to get out of here. Okay, it's 8:01. We're over.
Yes.
Oh my God, we're over.
Peace. Gonna be those two in a second.
Yeah, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Adios.
Peace out.